Hello, my name is Thomas Medina, and sometimes all it takes is just a flick of the wrist, a small gesture that can change everything. Suddenly, you start to feel different. It's a tiny motion that can ignite confidence, awaken possibilities, and transform the way that you feel about yourself. Makeup is magic. From a quick dash of mascara to a swipe of lipstick to a splash of color on the cheeks. I was the makeup artist on schedule that day. What I expected to be a routine makeover was anything but a routine. I started off my career more years ago than I'd like to admit. And no, dinosaurs were not roaming the world at that time. My love for makeup began as a special effects makeup artist. Blood, guts, cuts, fake bruises, and bald caps. And then I discovered MAC Cosmetics, and everything changed. I fell in love with the exclusivity of the brand, their matte black packaging, the artistry, the runway connection that they had. I fell in love. My first purchase with them was their black eyeliner by the name of Engraved, a pencil sharpener, and blotting powder. The obsession began. I needed to become a freelance makeup artist with MAC. Once that happened, I needed to become a full-time makeup artist with MAC. And then I drank the Kool-Aid. And of course, at that point, I started managing some of their stores within the Denver market. I was honored and grateful to become a manager of one of the stores, or the only store that they opened up in Boulder, Colorado. It was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. I worked with MAC, Lancome, and Dior, and my love for the skincare for Dior, magnifique. That's all I can say. If you ever get a chance to try it, please do. Let me know your thoughts. I hope that you think that it's as great as I think that it is. One thing that I've learned is that makeup is never just makeup. Today, I'm going to share how makeup transforms how we think, how we feel, and how we show up. A personal moment that changed everything for me and what you can do to harness the power within your own life. The power of makeup, it impacts how we feel internally. It's a simple act, brightening the skin, defining the lashes, and creating feelings of readiness and self-assurance. It shapes how we are perceived, which changes how we interact. When we feel more put together, we communicate confidently and hold better postures, a better posture for ourselves. We often show up as our better selves. People start to take notice of us. And the truth that becomes painfully clear had become from one of my appointments. It was unforgettable for me. That brings me to my personal story. It's a routine session that revealed to me a deeper meaning for my makeup. One day, someone booked a makeover appointment with me. They usually ran about 30 minutes. I knew nothing about the client, and everything seemed to be normal about the appointment. As I explained everything as I was going along, I offered to have her hold the mirror and watch as I was using the product and explaining everything. She refused to hold the mirror and even look in it. It wasn't uncommon. It happened. At the end of the appointment, I didn't hear any warnings go off throughout the appointment, so I didn't think anything was wrong. At the end of the appointment, I handed her the mirror so that she could take a look at the makeup application. She looked at herself for a moment and then she began to cry. I panicked. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to do. I thought I'd done something wrong. I couldn't believe it. I had to ask her, what's wrong? Did I do something? Do I need to change anything for you? And it was at that moment that she said that this was the first time that she ever felt beautiful. She'd explained to me that she'd recently left an abusive relationship and that she'd been staying in a safe house. My heart must have popped out of my chest that day. Whew, it was tough. What it taught me was that makeup was not superficial. For some people, it's the first moment that they've recognized their own self-worth. My years in artistry reinforce a common thread. From my special effects beginning to working with hundreds of clients in makeup, makeup became meaningful because people are meaningful. Every face holds a story, and sometimes helps reveal that story. So what does this mean to you? And why does this matter? Your call to action. Everyone deserves to be, everyone deserves a tool that can help them feel confident. No matter what your style, whether it's a full face of glam, if it's a no makeup look, or maybe it's just skincare, or you want to just wear some lips, a small ritual can anchor your mindset and it can elevate your presence. Intentional beauty habits build emotional resilience. Even a 30-second act of self-care says to your brain that I matter, that my presence matters, and how I show up matters. Today, we explored the psychological power of makeup, the story that changed my perspective, and how simple rituals can help you step into a more confident version of yourself. Makeup can be transformative inside and out. I want you to choose a small ritual that helps you feel grounded and confident. Just one. I want you to intentionally use it to show up as your best self daily. And if you do that, I will continue to use my artistry and my voice to help people see themselves with compassion, courage, and confidence. I'll never forget the moment that that client looked into the mirror and she started crying because of that, not because of the makeup, but because she finally saw the version of herself that was the best that she'd ever been allowed to see before. Someone who was beautiful, who was strong, and who was worthy. If a single brushstroke could spark that transformation in her, imagine what that intentional ritual could spark in you. You don't need a routine makeover. You just need courage to see yourself differently, even if it begins with something as small as picking up a mirror. Thank you for spending some time with me. I hope you have a great day and you were able to get something out of this. Thank you.